You know, they say the black woman is God, right? That's what they've been saying. That's one of the sayings I've been hearing for a minute and shit since I got actively involved in posting videos, regarding some of the issues in our ethnic community and shit. They say they were God and shit. You know, if that's true, then the logical question, looking around here, down here in the slave quarters, is why have our gods forsaken us? All right. But you make it a crime to ask this question and shit. All right, you make it a crime and shit. Unfortunately, because you guys don't have the ability to course correct, a lot of you do not have the ability, or there's not enough of you where they're needed. We have to keep going around in circles and shit and asking the same goddamn question over and over again. It sounds like a broken record and shit. While you guys get to throw all kind of rocks and hide your hand and gaslight and, hide out, use cartoon avatars to do your dirt. I just, I said, fuck it. You see me, I'm a faceless avatar and shit. Maybe one day I'll explain why I have a faceless avatar and shit. Or maybe I won't and shit. Maybe it really doesn't matter. But I'm just, I would like to say I'm unbothered, but I'm tired of the bullshit down in this community. You need to clean it up. It needs a purge. It needs a purge, man. I mean, we're in some bad shape here. I don't give a fuck what's going on, on the national stage and all that crap when we can't clean up our backyard and shit. We got a lot of intruders here pretending to be, black people that are indigenous to this goddamn country for the last 500 years. We got a lot of interlopers and shit. We got a lot of outsiders, We got like some white people sticking their noses in our business and shit. Some of them pretending to be us, hiding behind avatars. We got some people from other countries, with the people that look like us over there, but they're not. They're over here sticking their nose in our business, poisoning our community with their attitudes and their opinions on shit. It's not needing shit. It's none of these people's business and shit. But what is the business is the responsibility, okay? Like, black men have to carry the responsibility of these shitty, bombed out slave quarters and shit because you hung that albatross about our neck and shit, okay? They've been miseducated and underfunded and all kind of shit and fucked with every day, spiritually and otherwise and shit. And you motherfuckers have the nerve to sit up and say you're the backbone of the community, but you don't want to take responsibility for the condition of it. You've raised most of these people that are doing this crazy shit. A lot of them have a mama, but they don't have a fucking daddy. You guys blame us for a single motherhood and shit, but you make the decision to open your fucking legs and shit. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Somebody tell me I'm fucking wrong. You make the decision to open your legs. You're not telling me a bunch of black men are just making women pregnant and shit against their will. Is that what you're trying to tell me? I mean, I think that they would complete the filling of the prisons if that were true, right? You get to do all kind of shit and you're very delusional. Among other things, it's tons of issues here. But I'm just tired of that shit. I'm tired of being nailed to that fucking cross. I want to get off of that shit, okay? All the brothers is gonna get off that fucking cross, okay? And we're gonna get down and we're gonna fix our shit, okay? And your cooperation is not needed and shit. It's gonna happen anyway. This community can't sustain itself with one gender, okay? With one dominant gender. It can't sustain itself. Haven't you learned anything in the last 50 plus years? Haven't you learned? Can't you look around and see your condition? Can't you course correct? Can't you take responsibility that you guys opened your legs for the wrong people, or you ruined good men and shit who were trying to build this community and shit, who were trying to do something? You want a ready-made happy ending and shit. You want a guy that already has his ducks lined in a row, but then you get mad when he don't pick you because you weren't there in the beginning and shit, When I was a kid, they didn't have all these goddamn phones and computers. You had to read a book and shit. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to read this shit called Henny Penny. And what that is, that's a story about a fucking chicken trying to get somebody to help her, grow some wheat so she can make some bread. So she has to do it herself. And then when she asked, after she got through doing it herself, everyone asked for a piece of bread. She told them to go fuck themselves. So collectively speaking, a lot of black women, as Henny Penny and shit, it's gonna be brothers telling you to go fuck yourself when we make it where we have to go, in spite of you, not because of you, not because you did anything. You know, you're listening to a bunch of African women and shit, you know, a bunch of Jamaicans, a bunch of every other shit pretending to be us. You're listening to them doing that shit. You know, you're taking their fucking talking points and shit. I'm not saying all the shit, but I feel even putting a disclaimer out at this point is a self-defeat of myself and shit. You should just know, if you have common sense, you guys don't do that when you make a fucking video and shit. But I'm just saying, who are you listening to and shit? I'm not gonna wag my finger or treat you like an infant. I'm gonna treat you like an adult and shit. So I can raise my middle finger if I want to. We need a course correct and shit, okay? You need to take responsibility. Take responsibility for the bullshit, okay? Don't get indignant with me and shit. I'm a faceless avatar shit. Much like the ones that you guys use and shit. When you shit on us and call us dusties and nasty and say fuck these niggas and this niggas ain't shit and all this crap, while you're traitors, okay? Straight up traitors and shit, okay? I'm not shitting on you about no interracial relationship. I don't even give a fuck about that. I don't talk about interracial children or none of that bullshit. I don't expose my life overtly or nothing. I don't judge you for your life. I judge you for this constant emotional and spiritual terrorism that goes on. And that's why I feel the need to make my motherfucking, you know, I feel the need to make myself known and shit. Alright? You can like it or you can lump it and shit. It really doesn't matter because the clock's gonna keep ticking and shit until the man upstairs makes his judgment. Alright? And some of you motherfuckers, you like to hide behind religion and talk about the Bible and all this shit. But, you know, being a little bit spiritual myself and somewhat enlightened, I have a third eye of my own. Now, have you even considered that the man upstairs and all this infinite wisdom is looking at this planet, this marble, this jewel, and he's just sitting there with his elbows on the table, and he says, maybe I'll dump everything and start over again. And that includes you too, okay? Alright, you see what I'm trying to say, black women? You cannot make it by yourselves. You're not going to heaven by yourselves and shit, okay? What is your fucking purpose and shit? Every time you ask black men to have, you know, 6 figures, a certain kind of car, a certain height, a certain penis length, a certain shoe size, car and all this shit, and house and bonds and stocks and tangibles, and just dump a truckload of money in your lap and shit. Well, you just think about that, okay? Think about what you're asking of us and shit. You never come to the table talking about building anything together. And what is the purpose of a woman and shit? You told us men for generations that our purpose is to provide protection, financial security, and other security along with children and everything for nothing and shit, okay? And then you got mad when the guys didn't want to pick you after they had went through all this trial and tribulation to get some bread. You got mad when they didn't pick you. They picked someone else and shit. You know, even going so far as to leave the country to look for someone they could work with and shit. Because you guys scoffed. Okay? You scoffed. And then you made big ass Ponzi schemes, working with the motherfucking government to, you know, fleece us in family court and all this shit, you know, shame us because nobody wanted to lay up with you guys and shit. While you told us, do as I say, not as I do and shit. And you sit up and sing the praises of the white man and shit, but then talk shit when you saw a brother with a white woman. I don't give a fuck if she was fat as fuck or not and shit, or whatever the fuck. You say, do as I say, not as I do and shit, okay? Then you sit up and talk shit, and you wrap your ass in a Bible and shit. You talk a bunch of trash, but you can't course correct. You can't evolve. And, you know, I love my people and shit. And I want to help you motherfuckers by telling black men to just say, hey, fuck it. You know, I had to talk to this female for 10 or 30 minutes, and I ain't heard nothing that would even remotely make me want to cohabitate with her or even suffer her another minute other than I have to from walking away from her. Alright? Eventually we'll get what we want and shit. Or everything can just go extinct. I say let it burn, okay? Let this shit burn, okay? We're tired of suffering this bad attitude and shit. And this is what you guys call a man of spirit shit. I am a lone wolf. I'm not a member of the fucking man of spirit. I've never been a member of the fucking man of spirit shit. I'm just telling you shit. This is why you have these voices out here. And it doesn't matter how you feel about it. It's gonna fucking happen. It's inevitable.